What's up, everyone? This is WWE NXT superstar Dominic Dijakovic, and you are feasting your eyes on Going In Raw. Feast your eyes on that.
Hey, Rendo, Steve here.
And Larson.
And welcome back to Going In Raw, the only pro wrestling podcast you need to be listening to right here at youtube.com/Steve and Larson, and available wherever podcasts can be found and filmed live at twitch.tv/Steve and Larson. Please give us a follow there on the Twitch and be notified whenever we go live with one of our recaps. We've got a robust banter amongst friends before the recap happens. It's fun stuff.
Talked about getting some dirt in my eye this morning. That was fun.
Yeah, but you know what, man? If I was just talking to you right now, I didn't know that you didn't have the juice today, I'd feel like you got the juice. You're coming off as a man with juice.
Drinking some coffee that way.
Out of your nice Pleasanton mug right there.
Yeah, man.
That's good stuff. I've got my bridesmaid cup here. It says Lacey on it.
Oh, look at that.
Anyways, so yeah. And then, of course, we do have tons of bonus content, man, if you're into Steven Larson. So much so that you want bonus Steven Larson. Well, we've got you covered with Friendo Club TV.
Yeah, that's
man,
right.
We've got Ask Steven Larson, the show where no wrestling talk is allowed. We've got Today, Pin, Lose, or Draw. It's a contest where you can win a very quick, hastily sketched illustration from me, Steve here. It's a lot of fun. People have fun with it. I demand that they have fun. Wanted to give some shout outs to some patrons because the patreon.com/Steven Larson is just one way that you can get access to all this great bonus content.
Yeah.
Alex Levy and Jesse D. Thank you very much.
Thank you
for your support. Oh, wait, I think we got some other ones. Harrison, Mike Mann. Yeah, that's it. So you can also, if you sub to us on the Twitch, twitch.tv/Steven Larson, and of course, YouTube channel members, just click join. You get access to all that bonus content as well. I've noticed this today, both our friend over at Cultaholic, Adam Pacitti, and here in the Twitch chat, Diehard Homer said, 3 years ago today, Jinder Mahal climbed to the top of the mountain, won that WWE title. That feels like a lifetime ago.
It really does.
Like a long, long time
ago. It really
ago.
does.
Yeah. Anyways, let's hop right into it. NXT. I'll be honest. I'm not sure if it's because I've been hooking up some decent breakfasts for me in the morning these days. And I don't know if NXT, because I've been eating these great breakfasts on my Thursday mornings.
What breakfast?
It's a standard thing, but I got eggs, some sausage patties, an extra crispy English muffin, and an avocado. Oh, man.
Sounds good.
It fills me up. Tastes so good. Some coffee and some NXT.
I had a bowl of Cheerios with some Go Lean Crunch in it. That's what I had for breakfast, and a cup and a half of coffee.
Will that make you happy?
Yeah, I was in this position this morning after everything. It was going to take a lot more than just that.
A little bit of
put biscuits and gravy in front of me. That might have made me happy. Also would have made me sleepy.
Maybe I'll Postmates you some biscuits and gravy next time you get some dirt.
Tomorrow I'm going to make some pancakes though. So
I just got a new box of Kodiak cakes too. So I'm having my Zodiac cakes.
Zodiac cakes with banana and blueberry in it.
So I don't know. I've been really feeling NXT lately. I feel like it's been a combination of them getting out of the Performance Center. Like we saw that with that really weird, but I thought thoroughly charming Shotzi Blackheart tank promo. Cameron Grimes out there. I thought there was some good stuff going on in NXT this week. Takeover.
There was some good stuff, and then there was the Damien Priest promo.
I know, but that was one promo. I don't mind Damien Priest. When people have said this endlessly, Damien Priest is the new Baron Corbin.
He is. I know it. I feel like he's not into his own gimmick. Like, a lot.
So, do you remember that? I think it was like a takeover behind the scenes thing, like a day of thing. And Triple H was talking to Damien Priest about his gimmick and how the only little segment of conversation we got was how we start incorporating your own personality into it.
Yeah.
Sometimes I don't have a problem with Damien Priest. I think he's entertaining in a different but similar way to Dominic Dijakovic.
Oh, I find Dijak way more charming and interesting than Damien Priest at this point.
But I feel like Damien Priest's thing isn't close to what he is like.
I agree with that. Also, like his idea of living forever is so nebulous. It's like I just want people to remember me. That's what he's saying about I want to live forever.
Yeah.
And it's like I'm gonna try to do all these things so people remember me. Right now, people are remembering him because he tries to do things and fails repeatedly. So it's not really working for him. You want to live forever? You got one option for you: vampire. That's what you got to do.
Yeah, or a Highlander.
I mean, like he's 90%. I'm not going to get off this until I make him a vampire.
Mm-hmm. Or until, what if he actually wins something? Because, I mean, the idea is he wants his name to live on in infamy. He wants his name, when you open the Gray Sports Almanac, you'll see his name.
On the cover, or at least on the Sportsman of the Decade, Damien.
Right. He wants to notch wins against big names so that his name will live forever. I get that. I get it. But I don't know. It's not as something as tangible, I feel like, as being a vampire and literally living forever. Okay, but we've had that, and his name was Gangrel, and he really didn't get that over.
Yeah, because he should have, because his presentation was great, music was great. I don't think he could really talk on the mic that well. I think that was the problem.
Did we ever hear Gangrel talk?
I think so. I felt like we did.
Did we? I don't remember. I mean, that probably speaks to, how maybe he wasn't all that great on the mic.
Could be, but I'm telling you, Damien Priest is Lost Boys style vampire, super, 80s. That would be money.
Maybe.
Give him a mullet, some earrings with like feathers on it. Very 80s.
Yeah,
do that.
Otherwise, I thought there was a lot of good stuff to like. I liked all the. I was shocked that. Was I shocked? Yeah, no, I guess I was shocked because I called Kushida winning that Drake Maverick match. But then they end up doing the triple threat, which I think I called last week.
They're really gonna milk the Drake Maverick thing, and he's not gonna get signed back on. So.
I'm not going to be so it. You know what, man? It is crazy. If they don't re-sign him, that's going to be insane. He's doing a lot of promos right now, or a lot of promo stuff with EC3. It feels like they're not going to.
I know it's not a slap at his face, but I feel like they're exploiting the video he did after he got released, getting himself over. They're exploiting that for their own benefit. And yeah, it's a short-term benefit for him. I'm sure he's still getting paid. But at the end of the day, he's still going to be without a job.
Oh, not for long. He'll fit right in an AEW
if that's where he ends up going.
That's where the job is. I mean, he'll be fine. He'll be, even if he gets out of there, he'll be fine. I get what you're saying, but it's not like he's doing this with a gun against his head. This is a hell of a way to go out. If he is actually going out, it'd be honestly like seeing, especially his performance this week. I mean, one thing that we can agree on, it's stupid for them to release him. He is so good. He's got one of the, I always forget about his theme song. He's got one of the best theme songs that we rarely get to hear. He's a hell of a wrestler, a hell of a storyteller,
man. Yeah, no, I don't know why they've had him in a authority role for so long when he's actually a really good wrestler, a good storyteller. They've been more or less wasting his talents for years, and they release him and like, oh, here, now that we've released you, we'll give you a few weeks to actually showcase what you can do. Because you did a thing on Twitter that got a lot of steam and people were really into it. Now we'll actually do it. Yeah, it just feels like that would be, you're a little late to this on this one. And now that you've already cut him, we'll actually utilize him to his skill set, and then we'll see you later.
We'll see. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if he's actually going to get released, or if that's like a real thing, or if that's sticking. I'm enjoying the story while it's playing out. I think that's a really, really well done story, and his performance is really terrific. So, I mean, regardless of what happens in the future,
Ondem in chat says stand him next to other talent, and why they don't use him will be clear. Yeah, he's short. He's small.
He's short, but
in the cruiserweight division, it's fine.
And like, I mean, your typical wrestler these days coming in isn't exactly 6'4" anymore.
Mm-hmm. Unless you're carrying Cross.
Which what a great segue. He's having a match against Tommaso Ciampa at Takeover.
Yeah.
In your house.
Which was expected. Yes.
This was totally expected. And it's going to be a big win for him because obviously he's going to get the win. I guess let's just hop into the episode then, because that's what kicked things off. Karrion Kross versus Liam.
I didn't catch the last name, but he had Liam on his pants.
I love that you have him here in the notes as Liam with a question mark.
They said his last name. I didn't catch it, though. I thought they said his last name. But sometimes we've seen times when people have stuff on their trunks, like other names.
It's not even their name.
And it's not the name they use to refer to him. So that's why I put Liam ? I thought they said Liam something, but I didn't catch the last
Hugo Longheavy here in chat claims it's Liam Gray.
Okay.
Liam, where are you going? I'm off to get squashed by Karrion Kross.
And that he did. A couple Saito suplexes, cross jacket. Karrion Kross gets the W. Ciampa comes out, introduces himself to Karrion and Scarlett, says NXT is his home, but you already knew that. That's why you attacked me, the main attraction, to make a point. And hell, part of me, not Larson, Ciampa, respects it. Says, look at you. You're special. Your aura, special. You're 6'4", 260 pounds, special. You got that killer entrance, that's special. And this was a little touch I like. So he gets on the apron, and Scarlett walks over.
And she's smiling.
Lowers the rope for him so he can get in the ring.
Yeah, I know.
That was great.
That was really good.
He gets in, says he's special, and that's why he came out here to look Kross in the eyes, to say at Takeover it's going to be Ciampa versus Karrion Kross. Now that's special. Welcome to the main event. A bit of a stare down. Ciampa slowly backs up and he leaves.
I wish they would have let Kross talk. That's actually one of his strengths. He's a really good promo guy. He's like a really good promo. There was that. We'll talk about this again, and we're going to keep on talking about it depending on what's going on each week with the entrance. So she didn't lip sync at first, but then she did start lip syncing, and she started getting all mean mugging to the camera. I really wish, because I really loved her not lip syncing in the first part.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, if you can just sort of convey the lyrics, but just with your eyes into the camera, that's how you go with that. But once she started lip syncing, I was like, oh no, it kind of just
Here's
killed
another thing. I thought it was fall and pray they were saying, but it's fall and pray.
Oh, okay. Fall and pray sounds cooler.
Yeah, that's what I thought too. Fall and pray.
Yeah.
That's fall and pray.
It's fun. There's a dead turkey across the road when I walk Gypsy. They're all over, around here. There's like turkeys.
Yeah, there's tons of turkeys everywhere.
Yeah. Gypsy was trying to get at it. It was just a mess of feathers and a little bit of meat, so I don't know what the hell happened to the rest of it. But I was like, Gyp, stay away from that carrion. Yeah, isn't that carrion? Isn't it just like
carrion,
dead animal?
It's rotting animal flesh, yes.
Yeah.
Surprised vultures haven't descended upon it.
Maybe they did, and that's why there's not a lot left.
Where is it at? Is it in your street or is it on Hazel?
It's literally like on the other side of Hazel on my street, but just like as soon as you cross, it's right there.
All right.
There's that house on the corner.
Yeah. That might be too much traffic there for the vultures to really dig in,
Maybe. I mean, it's like about, I don't know, 20 yards away from traffic.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, maybe not. I don't know how private vultures like to be when they're feasting on the rotting flesh of dead animals.
I'm sure there's a YouTube video out there. We could look it up. After that, we had a video package for the Cruiserweight Tournament.
Yeah, it was really well done. They had the records of everybody leading up to the final two matches.
Phantasma had some killer gear, man. It was so nicely designed and colorful.
That mask he had for his entrance alone was $1 million, man. That looked great.
Yeah. His music is oddly generic, though.
Yeah, that's kind of par for course these days with a lot of these WWE themes. Of course, they parted ways with CFO $, so I feel like a lot of the stuff they have was like the stuff they recorded and never end up using.
Well, the Cross one is really good.
Yeah.
The Cross one is really good. Who else recently? I like Damien Priest. Damien Priest is a good one. You just don't like Damien Priest. That's so sad to me because like you offered him you had like a positive interaction with him.
Yeah, that's not a reflection of my feelings towards him as a person. I don't know him as a person, just the packaging as he's presented to me. I kind of feel like it's false advertising with him. Everything about him screams vampire. Just give me vampire.
Vampires aren't real, man.
Suspension of disbelief, man. They call the Undertaker a dead man. I know for a fact he's not dead. You present the illusion well to me, I'll buy into it. If you tell a good story. Yeah, Damien Priest out there drinking blood. I don't care if he's a real vampire or not. It's a great visual.
Can't do that these days, man.
Sure you can.
You get COVID blood. Let's see here. We had Phantasma versus Akira Tozawa. This is a fun match.
It was a fun match. Phantasma picked up the win. You go in for a Phantom Driver. Tozawa counters it into an octopus. Phantasma, though, powers out. Bang, Phantom Driver to get the win. He advances to the finals. He will face the winner of Block A, which we thought we might find out who that was tonight. No, we're going to have to wait a week. More on that later.
After that, we had a recap of the shenanigans between Matthew Riddle and Timothy Thatcher, followed by a promo from Mr. Timothy Thatcher, and he was saying, Matt Riddle, he's got the weirdest non-accent. I mean, he was just born here in Alhambra.
Yeah.
He's got the weirdest, like, I don't know if it's like, because he's got his teeth, like, are kind of gnarly, and I don't know if it's that, or his time, like, over in Europe. I don't know what it is, but he's got the weirdest way of talking. But it's kind of infectious, and he's like, Matt Riddle, I enjoyed
like his
cranky
promos.
arms.
His promos are like almost so bad they're great.
Yeah, they're what I would feel a guy who legitimately could rip me limb from limb would talk like in real life. Like there's no polish there, but it's really good. Like he's really captivating.
Yeah. He doesn't try. The thing is, he doesn't try. I feel like he doesn't try. He's just being him.
He still comes off like a modern day Benoit in like a good way, you know?
Yeah. So he says last week he left the Matt Riddle circus and he enjoyed it, the leaving part. But he only got a fraction of what he wanted. He says he wants another match. This time, no lucky pinfalls. Pinfalls don't count. Only knockouts or tap-outs count. He says, Matt Riddle, I'll let you pick the place.
Why didn't he just say we'll do this at Takeover? That's like a perfect Takeover match. They're going to do it in a cage, too. And Riddle's like, next week, bro.
Can't wait to get his hands on him, man.
After that, we found out that Shotzi Blackheart owns, apparently, a tank.
Yeah, well, yeah.
I like this a lot, man. I thought that what it lacked in polish with her promo made up for in spades with just pure charm. I thought it was great. She was like, I was all about my dad. I was raised by my dad. He introduced me to rock music, which got me into punk music, wrestling and punk music is just, it's like the same thing basically. And this is my tank. It's just Tank Girl. It's like cheesy and fun and cool as shit. I love this.
The one misstep I felt like was when she's run over the cars and like naming various heel women wrestlers.
Yeah.
And saying, this is you, Candice LeRae. I was like, that's a bit too much.
Okay, no. Here's what it needed. You know what it was lacking? And she hinted at it earlier. She cursed. She said shit, and they bleeped it out. Could you imagine if she was rolling over in the tank, rolling over the car, saying, "Fuck you, Chelsea Green. Suck my dick." Mia Yim.
Yeah. Well, she wouldn't have included Mia because Mia's face. It was all a heel.
She should have included everybody. It's every man or woman for themselves.
See, that would have made it better because it felt like punches were being pulled there,
Yeah. Well, you can't really say those words that I just said on the TV. Well, you could bleep them out, I guess. But she's supposed to be fun-loving Tank Girl, I think.
Yeah, but if you're saying that you're metaphorically speaking running over the heels in the women's division and you're super punk rock, just do a little cussing.
I love this, man. I thought it was rad. Well, how about this? What about she goes full Gigi Allen?
Oh, starts throwing poo?
She's up there just crapping her hands, throwing it at the car.
No, then you'll lose me completely.
Take this, Chelsea Green.
Any references to Gigi Allen, you lose me.
One of your favorite AEW wrestlers named himself after Gigi Allen.
I'm aware of that.
Just making sure.
No, that's Darby Crash and Gigi Allen.
Mm-hmm.
Those two names together, it's Darby Allen.
I wonder what Darby Allin would think about your views on Gigi Allen. Gigi Allen was a terrible human being, by the way.
Yeah, he was. Not a very good musician either.
Oh no, he was a decent musician. Let's see here. So yeah, I thought this was great. She's a comic book character come to life. She's Tank Girl. I thought it was absolutely great. Again, you're leaving the performance center and you're giving us a tank running over stuff. Man, I thought that was great. Although I was slightly disappointed that all she did was run over a car. Because when she was like,
you got a cannon, shoot it.
When you reference the howitzer, don't you have to use the howitzer?
You have to show it off, yeah.
You should. She's great. After that, we had Mia Yim versus Santana Garrett. I love
Not much of a match here.
Yeah, but I love that Santana Garrett's outfits and general presence usually overshadows her opponents because she looks like $1 million.
They said she makes her own ring gear.
And Beth then said, "I wish I could be a seamstress." Beth Phoenix had some of the most weird, the weirdest tangents last night. And I feel like Dude, just get rid of Morrow and put Tom Phillips there. I'm so over Morrow. I really am.
Save Morrow for Takeover.
Yeah, he's great at Takeover. Just call the moves and you're fine. But man, it's just immediately I'm trying to eat my good breakfast and he's just in my eggs. Get out of my eggs, Morrow. Come on, man.
You're taking a bite and you hear, Mamma Mia. It's a great breakfast sandwich.
Take a bite of my sausages. That's so spicy.
The eggs running down Steve's face like Bridlewood Falls. Bridlewood Falls. Like I made up a waterfall.
John Doe says, yeah, imagine if Shotzi said, fuck you, fuckface. Oh, that'd be great. Hold on. What 50-42? I should probably bleep that out.
So then after Mia Yim's victory with Protect Your Neck, it wasn't much of a match. My pencil. Wasn't much of a match. Johnny Gargano and Candice LeRae come out to the map. Johnny's mocking her theme. Candice says, "Oh, congratulations for winning finally." Says, "Wasn't that what you're supposed to do last week at Charlotte?" Here she was handed another opportunity, unlike Candice, and you dropped the ball. But Candice said she would have thrived in that opportunity. Yeah, and Johnny adds that Candice would have succeeded where Mia failed, and that they're going to show Mia what happens when someone's dropped the ball when given an opportunity they don't deserve. How they handle it the Gargano way. So they get in the ring. Johnny helps Candice send Mia from the ring. Keith Lee comes out to make the save. He and Mia get in. Johnny and Candice, they run out of there.
I'll be honest, man. I'm really enjoying the Gargano stuff these days. I think that Johnny, that first time he was sort of like threatening to go heel with, Ciampa, where he was like, "Oh, I'm so torn." That didn't work for me. This stuff where he's just a Weasley little shit, I find it super entertaining. I really like it.
Not sure how I feel about it yet.
After that, we had Cameron Grimes promo. Was he in a vineyard?
It looked that way, yeah.
Yeah.
It looked like grapes behind him.
I didn't really see him as a vineyard guy.
No, I don't see him as a wine type. Whiskey, yes.
I liked this promo a lot, though. He said because he was loud and obnoxious. This win over Finn was my greatest moments in NXT history.
He was very obnoxious, yeah.
In fact, I used to look up to Finn, but after I caved him in, he was looking up at me. And now it's going to be Grimes time. And then when he said that, I was like, oh, this is great, but it just reminds me of Crime Time, and now I'm depressed.
Yeah.
It didn't and I know, dude, it has nothing to do with that. It just sounded like that, and then it took me to a bad place. So, I don't know. I just felt the need to point that out. I don't know why.
Yeah.
I felt bad because I was like, man, this is a really good promo. And then he just reminded me of something really sad that happened. Yeah. But otherwise, hey, killer promo. It was probably filmed 3 weeks ago, so there's nothing they could do about it. Hey, how impressive is it that, no spoilers have leaked out over these tapings?
Yeah.
It's kind of impressive.
Yeah.
Just thinking. Anyways. After that, we had a Drake Maverick interview. This is good. He called Kushida the best wrestler in the world. Said he's not Bret Hart, but he's tired of second-guessing himself. He's tired of what if. He's like, man, I'm tired of people coming up to me, giving me pep talks, TED talks, all these different talks. I've got to do one thing, and that's win.
Get that W. Yeah. Next, Roderick Strong versus Dexter Loomis. I like that Adam Cole dropped the promo to camera. No mic, just to the camera. You could hear him through the camera audio, but he wasn't mic'd up. It felt more intimate, more real. Yeah. He's a week away from being champ for a whole year.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Impressive feat.
Yep. And then he said, and that's not just a fact. And right when he was going to say it, Bobby Fish, who I don't think realized he was about to say Undisputed, he was just like, "Oh, that's glorious, man." And Adam Cole just sort of laughed at him. So yeah, then they leave Roderick Strong on his own to take on serial killer Dexter Loomis.
Yeah, man.
Friend of the show, Dexter Loomis.
Yeah, man.
And I like it because on the way to the ring, Roderick Strong looked into the camera and said, "Dexter Loomis, you weird dork.
Yeah.
I'm about to break your neck and your back."
And the whole match, Roderick Strong was just weirded out whenever Dexter would look at him.
Yeah.
Early on.
Stop staring at me.
Stop staring at me. And then Loomis had him, or Roddy had him in a headlock. And Loomis kept on twisting his head around to look at him. And he freaked out. It was an abdominal stretch, sorry. Kept on freaking him out. Finish though. Didn't the Undisputed Era come out? No,
it was Roderick. Like kind of rolled him up. They were
Rolled him
like
up,
tussle
yeah.
on the ground, and he sort of got him in a roll in a roll up
thing.
pin.
Yeah.
He got the
with
three.
the
Roderick
triangle.
goes to the apron to like celebrate, and as he's doing that, Dexter slithers to him, puts him in the anaconda, gets down on the ground, and he won't let go. The ref is telling him to get off. The Undisputed Era come down. Adam Cole kicks him in the head, and he no-sells it. Bobby
Bob
Fish
Fish.
kicks him in the head and no-sells it. And then Adam Cole goes back to wind up for a last shot. And before he's able to get it off, Velveteen Dream runs down. He helps out Dexter Loomis, sends Cole over the barricade. He goes up to the top. I know. He goes up to the top. The magic of editing here. And Cole's on the other side of the barricade. So Dream launches himself over the barricade, cut, and then go to a close-up of the actual elbow drop. But dude, it's an elbow drop onto concrete. What are they supposed to do? I thought this was fine.
Yeah, I guess it was okay.
Boy, you got a lot of that dirt in your eye, huh?
Yeah, that hadn't even happened yet at this point in the show. This was great though. So Kira Tozawa is walking the parking lot. Phantasma drives up, gets out. Is like saying thanks for a great match. Tozawa congratulates him. Fantastic sportsmanship. I love it. I love good sportsmanship. Love it. So then the Luchadors roll up in their car, get out. They start attacking Tozawa because at this point Phantasma's already gotten back in his car. So Phantasma, he has to crawl across his seat to get out the passenger side, comes around to help Tozawa. By that point, Luchadors get back in their car and drive off.
Yeah, this was good stuff. I was thinking, man, it'd be cool. I want to like see a faction of guys who were like Phantasma and Tozawa, and then somebody else. I don't know who. I don't know why. I like when people are friends. After that, we had
Me too. I like people who are friends and good sportsmanship.
That's all you want to see. No tension, no drama, just
No tension. No,
sportsmanship.
just good sportsmanship. I mean, there could be competition amongst friends, but good sportsmanship. That's really the way to go.
Two guys who are good sportsmen, Oni Lorcan and Danny Burch, took on Everrise.
This was barely even a match.
Yeah, and then after the match, they mock the current tag team champions Imperium by standing with their arms behind their back.
Yeah.
And so they're going to get their asses kicked by Imperium soon.
Oh, yes.
After that, we had a Keith Lee interview where he's asked about Team Gargano. And he's like, well, first of all, who in the bluest of blue hells records themselves eating dinner?
It's a fair question.
He says he has a problem with the Gargano way, and he has a feeling that it reaches its limit at Takeover. That'll be a good match. Johnny might win that match too, man.
Yeah, he might. If they want Keith Lee to take that belt off Adam Cole, I think there's a very high chance that's going to happen.
Did you see what's going to happen next week on NXT with Adam Cole and William Regal?
No.
Live negotiations.
Oh, interesting. Did they advertise that during this show?
It was on the .com. I didn't notice it on the show.
Gotcha.
After that, Matt Riddle responded to Timothy Thatcher. Said, Timothy, you're not a stallion, you're a putz. I thought he was going to make another like horse reference, but like, a crappy horse. Which, I mean, if you play Red Dead Online, it's Scrawny Nag. Because if you need to get to a play, like if you don't have your own horse hanging out with you, you can just hit the top button, like the top D-pad button, and then like a shitty horse comes to you that ain't worth nothing, and it's got the little name is above it. It's called Scrawny Nag.
That's funny.
You're not a stallion, you're a scrawny nag. Anyways, he's down to fight. He said he wants to do it in a steel cage, but not a takeover. He wants to do it next week.
Yes. Can't wait for Takeover, man. He wants to get his hand on Thatcher now. Next, Kushida versus Drake Maverick. Drake Maverick was getting his butt beat up. He was getting destroyed.
His arm was getting murdered. That was the story. Kushida just kept on going for that arm, and my arm started to hurt halfway through this.
Yeah, man.
Because, man, it was and then, he would get him in a lock, and then he'd keep on getting to the ropes, but then Drake would go over there, and, Drake Wirtz, the ref. There's two Drakes in this match. He was like, do you want to give up? He's like, no, I don't want to give up. No.
No.
Yeah, this is really good stuff from Drake Maverick here.
Yeah, it was a good match. He got the opportunistic roll-up. Kushida's going for a cross-arm breaker after they did the thing off the top rope. That was cool though, where Drake was going for a top rope bulldog with one arm, and Kushida's like, "Nah, you're gonna upon impact, you're getting a cross arm breaker."
Mm-hmm.
That was pretty great.
Yeah.
And then Drake just rolls him up, gets the quick win. Byron
So,
Saxton. What?
During the match, Jake Atlas, the other guy who was doing well in the tournament, was out there to cheer on Drake Maverick. Of course, he gave Drake his first loss, and then Jake Atlas comes out to cheer on. But for whatever reason, they didn't have a camera on Jake Atlas. And if it wasn't for commentary telling me who it was, if it wasn't for his game show host jacket, I'd be like, why is there just one random guy out there cheering for Drake Maverick? Why did they just have a camera on his back? Put a camera on the guy.
Yeah, no, I don't know.
Anyways,
I don't know, man.
he was cheering on Drake because he wanted, Drake to not lose his job. So Drake wins, and he's like, oh, my God, it's a great moment. This would have been great in front of people. Would have been great instead of just in front of one person. So Jake Atlas goes in there, and he's like, oh, man, this is great. We're all friends. We're all tied up, and, in the head-to-head, we're all tied up.
Yeah.
Then Byron just teleports in somehow, and he says, hey, guys, I've got news. General Manager William Regal has decided that there will be one more match to determine who will face El Fantasma in the finals, and that's going to happen next week. It's triple threat, and Kushida's like telling Drake, which is hugely insensitive to a guy who's been released, TikTok, and Drake is like, screw you. And Jake Atlas seems to be just like happy to be there. He's like, oh, this is great.
What if Drake and Jake Atlas orchestrate like a finger poke of doom situation?
Oh, I like it. That's good.
Take Kushida out of it, finger poke. Jake takes the fall. Drake advances.
I like that. I think that's great. After this, your favorite part of the show, a Damien Priest promo. I've got the desire to be a champion, and I'll become a champion.
And I'll be champion, but first, the opportunity too good to pass up, so we're going to do it at Takeover. At Takeover, Finn will turn to ashes. I will live forever. No donut for me. Thank you. It just, I didn't believe a single word he was saying.
Ah, man, this is great. And then his name shows up behind him, and then he looks back at his name because it's behind him, and it's all on fire. This is quality stuff, man.
No.
After that, we had Io Shirai versus Rhea Ripley. Basically went down exactly how he figured it would.
Yeah, it was exactly how we figured it would go down. It was a really good match before that.
It was a really good match, I know.
And like Charlotte just moseys on out. And like, what do you think she's going to happen? Lingering around ringside when this physical match is going on. Like, what business of hers is to roll on down there? Like, if you want to watch it, there's monitors in the back that's been well established. If you want to get a closer look, Jake Atlas was out there earlier. Stand behind the barricade, watch there. What business is of yours?
Well, eventually he got in front of the barricade. Look, man, she's the champion, and she wants to play mind games. Number one, she's the hardest working woman in any industry. She works 3 days a week. So
hold on. Let's see if she shows up on SmackDown this week. Oh, she is.
She has a match against Bayley this week. Number two, she's Charlotte. She can kind of do whatever she wants. And she wants to scout her opponents. You can't scout your opponents from behind a barricade, man. You can't look at their footwork and stuff. You got to get up close.
Where she was standing at the foot of the ramp is really not that much further from the ring if she's right along on the opposite side of the barricade.
Well,
and if you're opposite side of the barricade, guess what? The odds are better that you won't get Rhea Ripley tossed into you, and you won't interject yourself in a match when after they actually have a finish this, because that's what happened.
You know what I thought was kind of wonky about it? Was that Io was on the verge of I think it was the run a bit where she tosses her into Rhea into Charlotte, and then Beth says Io's got to get Rhea back in the ring, otherwise she can't get a victory. And I'm like, well, there is a thing known as a count out.
It's count out.
So you can totally get a count, and that's if you can beat up your opponent so bad that they're on the outside of the ring and you get in and make the 10 count. Count out win is a quality win. It's not going to change the title, but there's no title on the line here.
In some promotions, you can win the title via count out, just not WWE.
You can do that in Japan, right?
New Japan, I believe.
New Japan, I think you can do that. Yeah.
That's why when there's a count out situation in a title match, it's like actually pretty much high drama.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, wow, someone actually going to lose via count out?
18, they go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Then they get it.
Okada wins. So the Io goes on a run. 619 drop kick, suicide dive, sends Rhea out of the ring. Here comes Charlotte. Io and Rhea start brawling on the floor. Rhea's trying to get Io back in the ring. In the process of doing that, Io hits her with some head scissors and sends Rhea and Charlotte. So they get back. They're fighting some more. Io hits some corner knees, gets a 2, hits DDT, and then Charlotte gets in, hits Io with a boot, spear for Rhea. Ref calls for the bell. Charlotte stands tall. We all knew this was going to a triple threat. This is like the most predictable formulaic way to get there. So whatever, it's going to happen at Takeover. I'm sure the match itself will be good. It just, I don't know. It just felt like it was an underwhelming finish to the show because this is exactly like anybody could have predicted this happening.
Yeah, it should be a really good match though.
Yeah,
I'm looking forward to that one. So yeah, good stuff. Let's answer some questions.
Sure, sounds good. Fear and Loathing says, Larson, being a man of sportsmanship, would you shake hands with Dexter Loomis after a match? I mean, yeah, if he beat me fair and square, yeah, why not?
You'd be you try that, you're going to find yourself in an anaconda vice, man. That's a bad idea on your part.
Well, I mean, assuming I haven't done him wrong in any way. If we had just had a good competitive match.
I don't think that matters. But I don't know his MO.
He obviously does have friends, or at least
MO is
like,
not MO is different than motivation. MO is modus operandi. That's how he kills people.
Yeah. Dang MQ says Everrise sounds like the name of a late 90s to early 2000s pop rock band a la 311.
Well, it is. It's Everclear.
Yeah, that's what Night by Night says. Everclear.
Yeah. Derek Oblick, in kayfabe, where did Shotzi get the tank? As a shoot, where'd she get the tank? That's what I want to know.
Dang MQ says, was that Rusev's tank that Shotzi was riding on? I thought Rusev's tank was green.
It was green, yeah. And it was green, I think. Yeah. I'm going to check that one. See,
it was green.
One of those
I'm pretty sure it was
things.
Green. No, I'm pretty sure it was green.
Rusev tank. It was actually it was camo, but the base is it's largely beige and with like a little bit of green camo on it.
Oh, okay.
I thought it was green also.
There was some green, so we're not like way off.
Yeah.
Dominus, Steve, you may want to clear off some space on the shelf for my Ruby figure because it's looking awful like my Phantasma prediction may come true.
What was his Phantasma prediction? If it was simply that he would win, I thought he had like a really crazy thing of doing Phantasma.
Don't remember.
I wonder if he thought it was going to be Drake versus Phantasma in the finals. That's worth putting the Ruby figure there for like a day, sure.
Sure.
The Rain Trigger. Charlotte as NXT champion has had more matches on Raw than on NXT. Why is that? Because she's the hardest working person in any industry.
You think they're having her show up on Raw to say, hey, I'm NXT Women's Champion, so people will tune in NXT because I think they're using the fact that she's NXT Women's Champion, having her work Raw a lot to advertise NXT on Raw. That makes sense.
Dom says, okay, if this is correct, Ruby has a permanent spot up there.
All right, what'd he predict?
All this has to be right. He'd win against Drake. Fine. If he wins against Drake, I'll put that for like a day. But he's also the mastermind behind the Lucha attacks. That's a possibility. But I remember he did call that, and Ruby will have a permanent spot if Phantasma is the mastermind.
There you go.
Behind the Lucha attacks.
Zondo says Gangrel talked on the mic and he sounded like he had 2 giant fake teeth getting in the way. So he sounded like a dork.
Okay, yeah, that sounds right.
White Brownie asked Steve, did you see the Chelsea Green video?
No, I did not. Maybe I'll get on Twitter and watch it. Let's see here. Alex Foster. So in kayfabe, what was the interview and tryout process for Dexter Loomis like? I
wonder if he even had a try. He just started showing up at the Performance Center.
I think he's not signed. I think he's not signed. Showed up. But nobody has the balls.
He's too freaky and weird for anybody to tell him, sorry, you can't work here.
Mm-hmm.
Die Hard Homer, you having a going-in Raw party. What wrestler shows up first? Who is late? Who eats the most? Who clogs the toilet? Any promotion.
Okay, what does Damien Priest do at our party?
Is he invited?
Yeah, of course he's invited. I love Damien Priest. I think he's great. He's
Well, do
going
you
to bring
agree?
his women for one thing.
Yeah, Otis would clog the toilet, right?
Ew, that's so gross. Yeah.
Who shows up first? Who seems very punctual?
I
John
want to
Cena.
go outside the box and say Dana Brooke clogs up the toilet.
All right.
I just took a dump and it's not going down.
She'd be nice enough to let us know.
She yells that in front of everybody. Hey guys.
But it also, she'd be the first one there because by all indication, she's like the first one at the venues every day to get some extra work in.
That's true.
So
yeah,
she's
we've heard
used
that.
to being early to everything.
Yeah.
So she's at the party
Before
first.
anybody gets there, she clogs the toilet.
There you
Hey,
go. I'm sorry, I wanted to make sure I wasn't late.
I had a
So I didn't
nervous
get
shit
to
on
use-
deck.
I didn't get to use the potty.
I have social
coming
anxiety
over.
shits. You're kind of gross.
Who is late? Who's run the latest? Baron.
Oh, yeah, probably Baron.
Who eats the most?
Well, that's Otis.
All right.
He starts getting engorged when he gets around our food buffet.
Oh, wow.
Ah.
John Doe, who in any promotion do you think can pull off a Patrick Bateman type gimmick?
Well, isn't that what Dexter Loomis is doing, basically?
I mean, he's doing like serial killer gimmick, but I don't know if he's doing it exactly like Patrick.
He's sort of closer to like Jason or Michael Myers than Patrick Bateman puts on the mask of what he perceives as normal. Mm-hmm. You know who could have done it really well? EC3. EC3 looks like a Wall Street guy, maybe.
Yeah.
But then he's also a murderer.
Zondo, who's going to sell less offense at TakeOver, Loomis or Charlotte?
Well, as you've
Well,
noted,
right now, Loomis doesn't have a match at TakeOver now, so it's going to be Charlotte.
I wonder if they're going to give Loomis a match. They could give him a rematch against Roderick Strong.
Maybe. I think there's already probably a lot of matches on the card for TakeOver. Not
How
that
many
he's
matches we got?
announced them all,
So there's going to be Adam Cole, Dream, Gargano, Keith Lee, the women's triple threat.
but Finn, Damien Priest.
Finn, Damien Priest.
Probably a tag title match.
No. They're not going to do Lorcan and Birch versus...
Probably not.
You're probably right, though. It's already a stacked card. You're probably right about Loomis.
White Brownie 92. Did you guys see Chelsea Green's video on Twitter? Have not yet.
Prince C. Ross, what do you make of them billing and calling this a cage fight rather than a cage match? I like it.
I like it too because there's no pinfalls.
Drama.
There's no pinfalls.
Yeah.
It's got essentially like MMA rules in terms of how you win. Dang MQ, there are plans to do NXT UK shows and empty arenas shows when it's allowed.
Yeah, I
that's
saw
not
that.
surprising.
That's good. That's much better than them releasing the entirety of NXT UK.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Timothy Lemieux. I don't understand why Group A has 3. Why 3 are tied, so triple threat, while Group B has a 2-way tie between Phantasma and Tozawa, but no match for that.
Because the 3 who are tied on top all have beaten each other, which is usually the tiebreaker. Tozawa and Phantasma are tied at 2-1. However, head-to-head, Phantasma won that match. Therefore, he has the tiebreaker.
Correct. I've loved it. By the way, I've loved this Cruiserweight tournament. I think it's been terrific.
Yeah, it has been a lot of fun. Heel Long Heavy, if Ruby has to go on the shelf, put her behind the Money in the Bank briefcase. That is rude.
Wait, who said what?
Heel Long Heavy says if Ruby has to go on the shelf, put her behind the Money in the Bank briefcase.
Whoa, look, man, I'm sorry, but if Dom actually predicts Phantasma being the dude behind the Lucha stuff and him beating Drake Maverick, like he predicted this like 3 weeks ago.
Yeah, Ruby's staying.
Man, Ruby's going to be, she's going to be, see where this pen is? Right there.
Right there.
Right in front of Finn.
There you go.
Pointing it. I'll have to take her out of the box, though.
Alex C. In Larson's NXT, does Damian Priest have a talk show segment called Interview with a Vampire?
Oh, that's good. That's good.
He has a show called Bite This.
Oh, they bring back WWE Bite This. That's good, yeah. Who's my first internet chatter today? Because wasn't it like it was an internet show, wasn't it?
Yeah. Kevin Kelly. Heel Long Heavy. Yo, Rusev is streaming. We gotta go raid Miro Twitch.
Okay, how many? If he has too many people, he's not even gonna know.
Has 188 viewers right now.
That's on the. I'd rather raid.
Pulse his 62. Cultaholic has 276.
Man, that's White
Brownie says Riddle versus Thatcher should have been a Lions Den match. That'd be fun.
I would my suggestion would be to raid Cultaholic. That's what I'm thinking. They're never on when we're on.
That's true, but Pulse is never on when we're on either.
I like Pulse too. I love Pulse. Pulse is great.
Yeah, Pulse is great.
But he also only has 62 people. I don't want to inundate him. I feel like more of our we'd have a bigger look, man. It's a much bigger collaboration for us to get a shout out from Cultaholic.
All right.
Than from I love Pulse. Pulse is great.
Pulse is fantastic.
He's playing Valorant.
Valorant.
Yeah,
I don't know what that is. I know it's a game.
It's a cross between like Overwatch and CS:GO. Apparently,
it
just seems like it's another first-person shooter with like a bunch of people.
Yeah.
OSW. Is OSW on Twitch right now? Okay, what's OSW's? Is it just OSW? Oops, don't do that. Any other question? Oh, here we go. OSW review. What are they doing right now? They're playing The Last of Us. Oh, they have 69 people. I want to follow them. I want to make friends. So that's a good one. OSW is a good one because I want to make friends. I like them. We don't know them. We've never met them. We've had like 0 interactions with them, but we like them.
Yeah.
So maybe we'll do that.
Well, you do what you want to do. Whatever.
I'm going to.
Yeah, just go and do whatever you want to do.
Wait, why is there attitude now? Can I give you a red light for that room? So you can have like a blue one and a red one?
I only have like one lamp in here to use.
If I give you a nicely framed poster to put behind you on that wall.
I have nicely framed posters I could put on that wall. However, this is my bedroom. It's not my exclusive space.
I'll talk to my wife and she'll talk to your wife.
Stop. This is why you get attitude. We do stuff like that. That's why you get attitude.
Really?
Yes.
It's all out of love, though. Listen, I'll take care of it. Listen, it's okay. I'll take care of it.
End the show. We're going to have words after this.
Oh, no. Okay, I got a couple more questions here. Pick... Rory says, pick the last competitor in this year's Survivor Series match.
Who's the sole survivor? Kevin Owens.
I'm going to say Drake Maverick. He's going to have a killer year. Just a really great year.
Wow. Wrestler of the year.
Yeah.
Drake Maverick.
That's right. That's a good... What a Randy the Ram poster? Can I get you a Randy the Ram poster? Will you put it up back there?
Mm-mm.
Can you just completely and just tape a bunch of posters to that wall right there? It's visible. Can I come by and do a mural? Is your door broken?
No. Why?
What's that line right there to the left of the? No, go to the other side. Is it just like a ray of light right there?
Yeah, it's a glass.
Oh, it's that. Oh, I thought it was just solid door.
No,
that's a mind blower. Anyways, thanks. Can I replace that with like a Marvel Comics one?
No, stop.
Thanks for watching, everybody. Pin, lose, or draw is coming up a little bit later on today, so keep an eye on your notifications. We appreciate it. Till next time, we'll talk to you later.
Goodbye.
Hey, Steven Larson. It's feeling like an Arby's night. Feast your eyes on that.